What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Trip. Another reaction video here. This one comes from my good friends over at List 25. This is 25 creepy cursed objects that actually exist. Oh. I don't know about this one. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I believe it or not. Let's check it out.
Alleged to bring bad luck, poverty, illness, or even death, cursed objects have always attracted people who enjoy the spooky side of life. Many things have been reported to be possessed by evil spirits, ghosts, paranormal beings, and other supernatural entities, and the owners of these objects have often claimed to have seen frightful sights and experienced creepy things. In fact, many owners of these cursed objects have even died under very bizarre circumstances. What are some of these objects you should definitely avoid owning? I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 creepy cursed objects that actually exist. #25. Cursed Mirror at Myrtles Plantation. A historic home and former plantation, the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, is considered one of America's most haunted places. There are many creepy legends surrounding the property. The tale of the cursed mirror is one of the most famous. According to the legend, the former owner of the house, Sarah Woodruff, and her two daughters were poisoned by their slave and are trapped inside the mirror. Visitors of the house report seeing handprints, strange marks, and even figures dressed in old-fashioned clothes lurking in the mirror. 24. Screaming Skull of Burton Agnes Hall. An Elizabethan manor house in the village of Burton Agnes, England, the Burton Agnes Hall is home to a paranormal object known as the Screaming Skull. The skull belongs to Catherine Ann Griffith, who died in the house in 1620 after being attacked by bullies. Whenever the skull was removed from the house, a terrifying ghost walked in with a tremendous noise and upheaval, scaring the life out of everybody who was in there. 23. Annabelle the Doll. One of the most famous cursed objects in the world, Annabelle the Doll is a Raggedy Ann doll that's apparently haunted, according to self-proclaimed demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren. According to the legend, the doll is possessed by the spirit of a dead girl. The doll allegedly changes positions, writes messages, and performs other paranormal things. Annabelle the Doll currently resides in a glass box at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. 22. The Hands Resist Him painting. Subject of many urban legends, The Hands Resist Him is a painting created by artist Bill Stoneham. Stoneham created the painting by transforming a real childhood photograph of himself and his friend that was taken by his parents when he was 5. The painting has been reported to be haunted, and several people associated with it have died. In 2000, the painting was put on eBay along with a detailed story explaining why it is haunted. 21. Haunted Wedding Dress. In 1849, a girl named Anna Baker from a rich Pennsylvania family fell in love with a low-class iron worker. Anna's father didn't want her to marry a man from the lower class, and he forbid the wedding, for which Anna had already bought a dress. Heartbroken and disappointed, Anna decided to remain single for the rest of her life. She died as an old maid in 1914. Since then, her wedding dress has been allegedly cursed, as visitors of Anna's house, that was turned into a museum, often report seeing the dress moving within the glass box in which it was put on display. 20. The Anguished Man painting. One of the world's most famous haunted paintings, The Anguished Man was allegedly created by an extremely disturbed individual who mixed his own blood in with the oil paint while painting the piece. He committed suicide immediately following its completion. The painting is owned by Sean Robinson, who heard strange noises and saw terrifying sights as long as the painting was hanging in his bedroom in his house in Cumbria, England. 19. Busby Stoop Chair. The Busby Stoop Chair is an allegedly haunted chair that was cursed by murderer Thomas Busby before his execution in North Yorkshire, UK in 1702. Busby killed his father-in-law after he used Busby's chair without permission. Before the execution, Busby was granted a final request. He chose to have a last drink in his chair, and, while sitting in it, he allegedly cursed it, saying, "Death shall come swiftly to anyone that dares to sit in my chair." Since then, the chair has claimed many lives of those who have dared to sit in it. The chair is now put in display at the Thirsk Museum, but to prevent occupancy, is hung from the ceiling. 18. Cursed Maori warrior masks. A Maori museum in Wellington, New Zealand tells pregnant and menstruating women to stay away from several sacred Maori artifacts, including traditional Maori warrior masks, as they can invoke a curse when in contact with women who are menstruating or expecting a baby. Maori tradition dictates that these women are tapu, or taboo, and so are the artifacts, meaning that if they come too close, a curse could be invoked on them. 17. Hope Diamond. One of the most famous jewels in the world, the Hope Diamond is an unusually large blue gem reportedly worth $250 million. With first ownership records dating back to the 17th century, this diamond is believed to be cursed, supposedly causing great misfortune and misery to whoever wears it. The most commonly accepted origin of the curse dates back to 1653, when a French merchant obtained the original 115-carat blue diamond in India, where he plucked the gem from one of the eyes of a Hindu idol and, for this sacrilege, was later mauled to death by dogs. 16. King Tutankhamun's tomb. Ever since King Tutankhamun's tomb was discovered in Egypt's Valley of the Kings in 1923, stories have circulated that those who dared to violate the boy king's final resting place faced a terrible curse. It's widely claimed that many people associated with opening the tomb fell soon victim to the curse, dying under mysterious circumstances. 15. The Iceman. Also known as the Otzi, the Iceman is a well-preserved natural mummy of a man who lived around 3300 BC. The Iceman was discovered by two German hikers in the Ötztal Alps on the border between Austria and Italy in September 1991. Reportedly cursed, the mummy is believed to have caused deaths of at least 7 people who were somehow associated with it. Some of these people allegedly died under very bizarre circumstances. 14. Robert the Doll. Robert the Doll is a lifelike, straw-filled doll that was once given to a boy named Robert Otto by his fired Haitian nanny. The doll soon became Robert's loyal companion. He even named it after himself. However, people in the house soon began noticing signs of the doll's evil nature. The family would often hear and see paranormal things, such as the boy having conversations with himself in 2 entirely different voices, furniture in his room getting overturned on its own, etc. The cursed doll was then moved to the attic, but it continued to bring misfortune upon Robert and his family. 13. Surrey Ghost Car. Crashes are common on the A3 highway in England, so it looked like a routine matter when police in Surrey received calls that a car had veered off the A3 with its headlights blazing. But when officers went to investigate, they found no signs of the reported vehicle. However, a further search revealed chilling results. Just 60 feet from the reported crash scene, and buried in twisted undergrowth, was the remains of a wrecked car containing a decomposing body of a young man who, as the police estimated, had crashed there 5 months earlier. Therefore, what the witnesses reported might have been a ghostly apparition of the original car. 12. Cursed phone number. Okay, technically a phone number isn't a physical object, but obviously it can still be cursed, so we included this item in our list. I'm talking about a particular Bulgarian phone number, 359-888-888-888. The number was in use for just 10 years, during which it was successively assigned to 3 people. All of the owners of this number died shortly thereafter. The first owner died of cancer, while the other 2 were both gunned down. No wonder the Bulgarian mobile phone company decided to suspend this number. 11. Dybbuk box. The Dybbuk box is a wine cabinet which is said to be haunted by the Dybbuk, a restless, malicious spirit believed to be able to haunt and even possess the living. The box became famous when it was auctioned on eBay with an accompanying horror story written by Kevin Mannis, and is the original inspiration for the 2012 film The Possession. All owners of the box have reportedly experienced horrible things, ranging from scary nightmares to bizarre diseases. 10. Bassano vase. A carved silver vase from the 15th century, the Bassano vase was a wedding gift for a bride on the eve of her wedding near Napoli, Italy. Sadly, she never made it to the altar, as she was murdered that night with the vase in her hands. After that, the vase was passed down her family line, but anyone who took possession of it is said to have perished soon thereafter. The vase reappeared in 1988 with a note that is said to have read, "Beware, this vase brings death." It took 4 more deaths before the curse went dormant after a desperate family demanded the police take it away. 9. Terracotta Army. A unique 2,200-year-old piece of funerary art, the Terracotta Army is considered the most priceless archaeological discovery of modern times. However, for those 7 farmers who discovered it back then in 1974, the warriors have proved more a curse than a blessing. Soon after the discovery, their farmland was claimed by the government, and their homes were demolished to make way for exhibition halls and gift shops. One of the discoverers committed suicide, and most of the remaining team members died in poverty. 8. The Crying Boy Painting. Another allegedly cursed piece of art, The Crying Boy is a mass-produced print of a painting by Italian painter Giovanni Bragolin. In 1985, the British newspaper The Sun reported that a fireman claimed to have found these prints in multiple houses destroyed by fire. But surprisingly, the prints found in the burned-down houses were untouched. Following these bizarre incidents, a story popped up that the original painting was of an orphan boy whose home had burned down. 7. Woman from Lem statue. Discovered in Lem, Cyprus, in 1878, the Woman from Lem is a curious artifact carved out from limestone, probably around 3500 BC. The statue is believed to have been owned by at least 4 different families that all died within a few years after obtaining the artifact. Terrified by the deadly history of the statue, the last 2 surviving members of the last family decided to donate it to the Royal Scottish Museum in Edinburgh, Scotland. The museum curator who handled the statue allegedly died within a year. 6. Peche Island. One of the world's most famous cursed islands, the Peche Island is a little uninhabited Canadian island in the Detroit River. A French-Canadian family by the name of Laforet established a homestead on the island at the end of the 18th century. They lived on the island peacefully with the natives. However, by 1883, the family was involved in a property feud with a businessman named Hiram Walker, who eventually forced the Laforets to leave the island. When leaving the island, Rosalie Laforet allegedly placed a curse upon the land, saying, "No one will ever do anything with the island." The Walkers then built a huge mansion on Peche Island. Their triumph was short-lived, however, as they all died shortly thereafter. The island has been uninhabited since then. 5. Haunted Belcourt Castle Chairs. A former summer cottage in Newport, Rhode Island, the Belcourt Castle has a reputation of being one of the most haunted places in the U.S. The ballroom with the haunted chairs is where the highest occurrence of paranormal activity has been reported. Some visitors have reported feeling chills race up and down their spine while standing near the chairs. Others have reported strange sensations of energy moving across their hands. Several visitors have even been ejected from the chairs by an unseen force. 4. Koh-i-Noor Diamond. A large, colorless diamond found in India in the 13th century, the Koh-i-Noor Diamond is one of the world's most notable cursed jewels. As the diamond's history involves a great deal of fighting between men, including several violent deaths, it acquired a reputation within the British royal family for bringing bad luck to any man who wears it. Therefore, since arriving in the country, it's only ever been worn by female members of the family. 3. Ayers Rock. A large sandstone rock formation in the southern part of the Northern Territory in Central Australia, the Ayers Rock, also known as Uluru, is a sacred place to the Aboriginal people of the area, which is why they appeal for visitors not to take anything from the site. Yet, many tourists pocket small, sometimes even large, chunks of the formation and take them home. However, many of these disrespectful visitors have actually mailed the stones back to where they belong, as they brought them bad luck, illness, breakups, and even death. 2. Blarney Stone. Another allegedly cursed rock can be found near the Irish town of Cork. A kiss on the Blarney Stone is said to be good luck, but removing any piece of the stone will bring the curse of bad luck into your life. Some of the people who have taken a piece of the rock with them have reported misfortunes that include depression, loss of employment, and financial woes. Much like the visitors to the Uluru who regret their cursed souvenirs, people who take home a piece of the Blarney Stone are known to mail it back within several weeks or months after they realize its curse. 1. Love Letters Replica. This replica can be found in the Driscoll Hotel in Austin, Texas. There's a chilling story associated with it. A 4-year-old daughter of former U.S. Senator Samantha Houston was once playing in the hotel when she dropped her ball down the grand staircase. Running down the stairs to catch it, she tripped and fell to her death. The death of the little girl was widely attributed to the cursed painting. Hotel staff and guests report that the painting has made them feel dizzy and nauseous, while others have experienced a sensation like being lifted into the air while standing in front of it. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the bottom right so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 3 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.
So, like I said, I tried to give this a shot, but halfway through, I just, I don't believe in curses and cursed things and anything like that, and paranormal and all that stuff. So, a lot of that stuff was just, I think a lot of that stuff is like coincidence. It's just like with the Cubs being cursed or the Red Sox being cursed or something like that, and that's what kind of had my attention, like that. The last 5 minutes or so, I saw across the screen that the Cubs have traded for Jose Quintana of the Chicago White Sox. So that was actually a little bit more interesting than me. I think in a minute I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. But all right, so post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought. Did you like that? Did you? I'll always go over and subscribe to List 25. They do great things. Were you interested in that? Do you believe in all that paranormal mumbo jumbo, and you was excited about that? So talk about it down in the comment section. Like I said, I'm not a believer, so it kind of I tried to give it a shot, but like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Trip signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all.